Views and opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of its host, Urban Arts Enterprises, its advertisers, or affiliates, and are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent. What up, y'all? It is, of course, as you know, what's today? It's Tuesday. And it is, of course, that time, 7 o'clock on a Tuesday. Y'all, it's been a busy week, a busy weekend, a busy week, and all of that good stuff. So we're gonna jump right into this thing here in a second. But I'm gonna start right off right quick, paying these bills, because we're gonna get into this show, y'all. Give everybody an opportunity to come on in the building. Hey, Linda Sanders, like always, how are you? First on the draw, baby. You with that? You down for me, and I appreciate you. Thank you. Kenneth Wynn in the house. Tina Israel. Hey, Tina, what's going on, girl? Y'all better be ready for Tina's set, because it's gonna be off the chain. That's October, y'all. Get ready. Let me do these right quick, because we got a lot to talk about, and there's a special treat that I'm gonna announce for later on tonight, and we got to get through the show and get her done. But our special guest for this evening is going to be quite dynamic. Y'all are going to enjoy him and what he has to say, because we have a nice little addition to the homecoming coming up. It's going to be really, really nice. Margaret Ray, how you doing? Joyce Taylor in the building. I see you. Okay, y'all, 9th annual Crush and Cream coming up August 21st through the 24th. Inside Steppin will be in the building over there with Ted Nim at the Crush and Cream event. The color this year is, of course, red and cream, and it is going to be going down. We got Kevin Dockery, we got Pat Clay, Greg Dixon, and Ted the Boss himself on the instructional side. We got E.T. Taylor, my man Pony Mac, DJ Fly Diva. Daryl Smooth Greenwood will not be in the building. I've been notified that he is not going to make it, unfortunately, because he is one of my favorite DJs. And I'm not saying that because, that's my homie. Collaboration is real. You dig. DJ Randy E will be in the house. And, of course, Steppin George. You know what? I need my dang on glasses, y'all. I can't see. Along with Mr. Lamont Watts will be in the house for Club Steppin. And yourself, yours truly, me, B Forbes, DJ Be Real, Inside Steppin will be in the building. Hey, Deborah Edwards. Deborah, me and you going to fall out. I see you, Deborah. You better quit playing with me. You know what it is. Don't make me have to come see you. All right. And, of course, y'all know the following week we will be in Chicago for the homecoming. We're going to get into that, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, because we got a lot to say on that. Then, of course, world's largest, y'all. I don't even know the weekend. Anyway, 2 weeks later, we'll be at the world's largest, broadcasting live. It is going down, as you know. I'm not going to get into the details of that. Denim and Diamonds, the following week, we will be in Minneapolis, Minnesota with Valeria Connor, Imperial Steppers, doing the doggone thing. Host Shed G, Dow Tone, the producer, will be doing a live performance there. We're going down, y'all. It's going to be really nice. I really enjoy, I'm going to tell y'all something. If you ain't ever seen Shed G, the comedian, on stage, man, this dude is stupid funny. You got to go see him. If he ever comes to your city, make sure you go out and check him out. He is funny as hell. And in case you also didn't know, he is Tyler Perry's actual stunt double in the movies. Funny dude, man. Funny dude. I'm sorry, y'all. I got the world's largest fly right here in front of me. September 20th of 2025, we will be in Tinley Park with the Majestic Gents over there doing the doggone thing. And we're going to have our panel up this year, doing as we always do. My co-host, Ambassador Kevin Nevels. We will be in the building making it do what it do. Hey, Bernice. Bernice Newsom Short, how you doing? Normal, what's up? Norma Watkins, I see you. Jerome Cook in the house. Lady sings the news. I was gonna call you the other day, lady. I'm gonna call you this week, so just be prepared. Regina Dean's in the house. How you doing? Jerome Cook, I see you. Okay, and then moving into the following month, y'all, we have the Pink Set coming up. My girl Tina Israel will be doing her thing in Houston, Texas. Y'all, that is a free set. It is a one-day event, and it is going to be fantastic. Myself, I'll be in the building. And, of course, Ambassador Kevin Nevels, he'll be on your musical engineer for the evening. It's going to be a really, really nice event, y'all. You should come out and check that out. She's pulled out the stops, man. She got all the stuff going on. And then, of course, we got the Rose Gold Steppers coming up in 26, January 30th and 31st at the Sedona Ballroom Holiday Inn. That'll be in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. One of my favorite sets of the year. I love this set. If you see these flyers, y'all get you one. Rose Gold. It's going down. Pony Mac, myself, DJ Durrell, Smooth Greenwood. We'll be on the ones and twos, your musical host, and I will be broadcasting live from that event. Now, here comes the fun part. I am going to address an elephant in a room. Now, y'all know in recent weeks we've had quite a few things happen from one week to the next, it seems nowadays. But I am with a heavy heart right now for a couple of reasons. Hey, cousin, my cousin Diane Harris in the building. Tony Johnson, what's up, fam? I see you. Hey, Beamer, thank you for checking in. Reginald Lawson, Regina Deans. In recent days, the Steppers community has yet again suffered another tremendous loss and has been faced with a little bit of adversity. And I use that term very, very lightly. But it is an extremely heavy situation. Nicole, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. I see you, Nicole Woods. I want to speak about a guy that I know, that I've been knowing for over 20 years. And his name is Kevin James. And his lady, Ms. Melissa King, out of Atlanta. Now, in recent days, it has come to the attention of a large portion, if not the majority of the community, that there has been an adverse situation that has taken place in regard to these two people. And I'm going to refer to them as people because I've known, like I said, I've known Kevin for over 20 years. I do not recall having ever met Melissa King, unfortunately. However, let me read my prepared statement. Due to the sensitive nature of recent tragic events that occurred in the Atlanta Steppers community, and of course, outside, just in our community at large in general, and out of respect for the families involved, there will be no real commentary from me. And in particular, there will be no manufacturing of narratives like many that have been put forward over the last couple of days. I will, however, use this opportunity to suggest to all that we must remain vigilant about caring for one another and ourselves. And if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. We don't know when people are hurting or have issues, so we need to work harder to be kind to one another and stop all of the post-game quarterbacking. Now, I'm saying that to say, and I'm no longer speaking for Inside Steppin'. I'm going to speak for Brian Forbes right now. I personally knew that gentleman. And I think that some of what I have heard over the last few days is disgusting. When you meet a person, and I'm saying none of us know each other, not really. We sometimes think we do, but we don't. We think that because we see a person that dances well or we dance together, y'all have heard me say it before. I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. You don't know people. And I mean that in the most positive way and in the most cautionary way. We don't know what really goes on behind other people's closed doors. We don't know what goes on in the world. But one thing, and I'm speaking for me personally, I can tell you all, is that the narratives that have been put forward, the suggestion that that man was an abuser or anything of that nature, for me, is patently wrong. Again, I've known this man over 20 years. You know, some people do things, and that's just their way of life. And you know how people live in this world most of the time. When you've been around them and you've broken bread with them and you know them, you have a pretty good idea what type of person they are. Now, I'm not in any way suggesting that I know anything about what actually took place, but there has been an awful lot of speculation. And the one that I will not stand by for is that this man was some sort of a monster. He was not. My condolences go out to that man, his family, his children, and to that young lady, her family, and all who loved her, and of course the Steppers community in general. And all I'm saying is that this is life. Life does what it does. And I don't think anyone is in any position to make any assertions, statements, or commentary about what two people deal with in their lives unless you are intimately involved. I think this should have been left off the table. The only reason I am compelled to make a statement such as this is because I do not like the inference, the suggestion that has been put forward in this regard. It is tragic. Am I defending what could potentially be a problem in their relationship? Absolutely not. I am in no position, like no one else is, to defend, nor am I in a position to condemn. So I suggest that we all walk that fine line of minding our business. Mind the business that pays you. This is not the opportunity to take and try and turn a person into some sort of a poster child for all things wrong in relationships. I have heard someone say, or I have heard that the suggestions were made that he was controlling, opinionated, quick-tempered, argumentative, and was a member of the military. Well, outside of the fact of me not being in the military, all of those things describe me too, and describe a whole lot more of us. Let's be careful about the fingers that we point, because like they say, when you point a finger, there's always one pointing right back at you. Please, ladies and gentlemen, let's have some respect, some dignity, some decorum, and some class, and move past this and allow those families to grieve and move on in their lives. It is not going to be easy for anyone, including myself. He was respectable to me as long as I had ever known him. As a matter of fact, the dude was a person to me whose attitude and demeanor was always very even and very cool. One to be admired even. I don't know what happened. I don't even want to know what happened. All I know is that two people are no longer with us who were parts of this community and had been for a very long time. At least I know he had. And they've joined the ancestors. So with that, the only thing I want to do here is to offer a little bit of silence just for a second. All right. Now, let's get down to the business, y'all. May they rest in peace. And again, my sincerest condolences Go to the family. Now we back on Inside Stepping. All right. You guys, listen to me. And we're going to get into this conversation, y'all. We are expecting our guest to come in around 7:30. And that guy is out in these streets. He out in them Chicago streets doing his thing. So he's going to be checking in with us in a minute. But in the meantime, y'all, I want to talk about it just a little bit. So most of the time when we go to these different sets across the country, we go to these cities and we don't get an opportunity to really, we don't really do anything else. We kind of hang around the hotels and stuff. But I have noticed, thankfully, that a lot of the promoters have become more mindful of these things, and they are beginning to add attractions. There was a set this weekend in Huntsville, Alabama, down at Steppin in Huntsville with Trina Allure and Kevin Johnson. Now, I happen to know that their events, that I think that's what is it, called Rocket City, USA. They actually have rocket ships and things there you can go and visit and stuff. So it's really cool because I think that's probably the only thing in Huntsville. No shade to Huntsville, but hey, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, then for example, when we go to Minneapolis in the end of September, you got the George Floyd Memorial, you have the Mall of America, you have Paisley Park, Prince's home, which is the one I want to go on. But you got to make sure if you're going to go there, you have to set your appointment prior to going there because I think it's it's an appointment-based situation, appointment-based tour, but it's cool to do. So all of the different cities that we have across the country, there always seems to be something nice to do. Here in San Antonio, which we will be moving toward doing an event here very shortly, you have the Riverwalk. A lot of people like the Riverwalk. Riverwalk is really just kind of a hangout. You got the boats that go down the river. You can catch those. You can, a lot of restaurants, a lot of bars, a lot of hanging out, kicking it, that kind of thing. It's really nice. The ducks. We got a lot of ducks. The bats. I won't scare y'all. We got bats. We got bats in San Antonio. But listen, the bats are an attraction. They are like part of the San Antonio history, kind of like how, you go places and they're known for this or known for that. We're known for our bats, among other things. Don't get it twisted. And our butterflies, right? We're known for our butterflies. So this is, in my best estimation, y'all, going to be a fantastic opportunity when you go to Chicago. So what has happened is, and I'm going to go over this right quick, before Willie Chapman comes in, because he's down at the harbor, y'all, right now in Chicago. They over there doing the doggone thing at the harbor. My man Kevin Nevels goes on at 7:30. He should be hitting the ones and twos just about the time Willie Chapman comes into the room here. So let me give you the premise of what's going to happen. This is the Willie Chatman Experience. So this is what's going to happen. You're going to come to Chicago. Antonita Lachey says Las Vegas has many attractions. Yeah, you know what, Antonita? I don't even think, like, mentioning Vegas is kind of like, man, there's so much stuff to do in Vegas, man. I wouldn't even begin to start talking about the attractions. You could shoot machine guns, you could drive race cars, you can gamble, you can see the shows, the comedy shows, the concerts, man, the list goes. Y'all, I ain't no need to even talk about Las Vegas. There's too much to do there. You can do whatever you want in Vegas. Pastor D checking in. I see you, my man. Hey, Sheila White, Cheryl Head in the building. How you doing, my dear? Let me go back and say hello to some of my people. I'm stalling a little bit, y'all, huh? Bridget Garner. What? I know that. Linda Sanders, David Calhoun. What's up, family? I'm looking forward to seeing you at the end of the month, brother. What you got? Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you did that. Cheryl talking about because we batty. Cheryl, you been here enough. You a resident now, so you batty too. You come on down. What's up, Q? Got my fun girls in the building. What's up, y'all? I got all the fun girls, all but one. All my fun girls is in the house. Okay, got it. All right. So the thing about it is this. there are a lot of people, Letitia, how you doing, baby, that are coming to Chicago for the very first time. I promise you, y'all, this is going to be one heck of an experience for you guys. This is going to be an epic event this homecoming weekend. It's going to be so much stuff to do, man. Y'all, yeah, I'm talking about we're going to be covered up. But the thing about it is that Chicago has a lot to see, man. This is one of the most beautiful cities in the world. So, fortunately, Mr. Chapman took it upon himself. And in case y'all didn't know, Willie Chapman is Sam Chapman's cousin, just so you know. Willie has taken it upon himself to add an attraction to the homecoming. It is going to be the Chicago Mega Steppers Bus Tour, you guys. I'm excited about it because this is going to give people who have been there a few times and people who have never been there an opportunity to see just how beautiful this city really is. Now, the tours, this is what they're going to do. You're going to see some things in the city, but the tour is designed for this. Because we are sticklers, myself and particularly Mr. Reggie Miles, Conversations, y'all don't forget him every single Monday at 7 o'clock. Great content, excellent history lessons. We are serious about making sure that we further the culture and that people understand what this step in life is all about, because we about that life, right? So here's what we're going to do. You're going to have an opportunity to get on the bus. Now, you got two choices. You're going to have a West Side tour and you got a South Side tour. Now, both of these tours are going to take you by the places that you've always heard about. So think about all the times you've heard people when they talk about, oh, we went to this club and we go to that club and we used to go to this club at such and such a time. Well, the tour is going to take you by a lot of these places. A lot of these clubs, some of them are still open. Many of them are not. Some of them are actually torn down. But just to give you an example, some of the historic hotspots that you're going to visit are going to be What's Poppin', the Kingman's Club, Green Bunny, Ophelia's, the Rose Brothers Palace, the Dorchester, Noble, the Dungeon, the Fort, the Godfather, Purcell Hall, the Sheba, Heroes. The list goes on, y'all. This is going to be a very interesting an interesting tour. The tour guides are going to be people, I'm going to wait and talk about those. We're going to talk about those in a minute. But the tour guides are going to give you a feel and an idea and a vision of what that was like being in those places back in those times, and some of the ones that are currently still available right now today. So that the next time you come to Chicago, you will have a great lay of the land and a clear understanding of where things were, where things are, and how to navigate the city. This, to me, is a great opportunity. Antonita, yes, the other place absolutely is on that list. And unfortunately, it is one of those places that is no longer existent. It is a vacant lot as we speak. So, I personally, I'm actually kind of looking forward to myself. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it, but I am looking forward to it because I know that it's going to be exciting. I'm going to tell y'all, every time the producer lady and I have had the opportunities to take people with us back home to Chicago that are from other places and places that we've lived, the thing I love about it the most is kind of like being a proud parent almost. You take people to these places and they go there sometimes not really knowing exactly what to expect. And it's because, you guys hear us say a lot of things. We talk a lot about the things that happen in the places that we went and the people that we know and those type of things. But it doesn't really register until they get to the city. For all of y'all who have never been to Chicago, and this is going to be your first experience, Now, I want you to come back and tell me if what I'm about to say is wrong. When you leave Chicago from this event, your entire perspective and ideas about what we do, how we do, and why we do is going to be dramatically different. I've watched this play out over and over and over again. We can explain it, we can talk about it, and we can try to paint a picture that you get a visual in your head, but I promise you it does no justice for the city and what's really going on in the city. It is an amazing thing because think about it. Most places that are across the country that are not Chicago, of course, some of y'all only get to dance maybe once a month, twice a month. If you're in a big enough city where people get to move around and you know, you have different groups and they'll do an event this weekend, somebody do an event that weekend. Okay, you might get to dance. If you're in a city that's got it like that, you might be able to get a dance once a week, maybe if you're lucky. If you're real good, you might be able to do that. But in Chicago, you can dance every single day, every day. And every day, there are multiple sets going on. And it doesn't really matter because they're all crowded. You can go to any set you choose to go to, and there's going to be a crowd in there. Now, that's when you have to start differentiating between your crowd. And what I mean when I say your crowd is the people that you gravitate toward in terms of the dance, because we have elder steppers and the music is one way. We have very young steppers and the music is another way. We have people who are more original type dancers and they do things a different way. Then you have your new school, old school crew. They do things a certain way. And the beauty in it is that you get to pick and choose how you feel. Unfortunately, that option is not available across the country. And what most people are operating in is a rudimentary understanding of what all of this is. When you get here, you're going to get to see some of the fine details. You're going to literally be going down rabbit holes. It is going to be amazing. I promise you it is. It almost makes me wish I wasn't from Chicago so I could see it for the first time. Hell, sometimes I do look at it that way, you know. And just as an example, let's just say on a Thursday, right? You go to Chicago on a Thursday. You can choose between the Blue Note, where Myron R plays every single Thursday, or you can go out to what is now Noble Lounge, Noble Entertainment Center, which used to be the Dorchester, which before that, many years ago, used to be called the Nimbus. And it's always had steppers there. But either way, you can switch between either place on a Thursday. One of them is on the far west side, one of them is on the far south side. So depending on where you live, you can pick and choose, or whatever your crowd is, you can go to either one. But it doesn't matter because both places have healthy crowds full of dancers. Tonight, they're at the Harbor. And matter of fact, the Harbor was popping so hard 2 weeks ago. The Harbor Master, and when I say the Harbor, it's literally on Lake Michigan where all of the boats are kept. We usually, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna say this, but it's considered the black part of the lake where the black folks harbor their boats. I'm talking about some nice boats too. Anyway, but the Harbor Master and the city literally shut them down 2 weeks ago because there was too many people out there. Just to give you an idea. And the people out there chilling, they got the chairs, drinking and kicking and hanging out on the lake, man, with the sun going down, dancing to steppers music. Man, that is some beautiful, beautiful stuff right there. Just to give you an example. So when you come to a place like this and you have the opportunity to enjoy this. Now, the other thing about it, and we're going to get Irie and Keith C and Mona and Keith Hubbard back on the line before the event, sometime this month, before the homecoming actually kicks off. And we're going to talk about it a little bit more. But I need y'all to understand the depth, the girth, the strength of what we are about to all experience, including myself. I've been around this all my life, But I can tell you honestly and truly, there has never been an event like the one that's going to take place at the end of August. It is going to be absolutely amazing. I already know it. There are people coming in here from all over the country. I mean, just like, not like just a regular set where people come in. I'm talking about people coming from everywhere. People who are from Chicago who haven't been home in 20 years are coming home for this set. There are people that are going to be in the building. Ellen Ellis, what's up? My girl Dodie in the building. How you doing? C4L, baby, blue and gold. That's one of my people right there from way back in the day. Hey, Grace, I see you.
Hey, Dodie.
This is going to be, hey, Riri, this is going to be one of the most epic sets that we have had in this community to date. As it stands right now, I believe the numbers that are being expected are in the neighborhood of 6,000. I'm sorry, above 6,000. There are going to be people at this set who do not travel, Chicagoans, people who, been living there all their life. Grace Holden, I see you. And they don't travel. There will be people there you have never laid eyes on in that step. They're going to be there. I know people who haven't stepped in years. They're going to be there. This is going to be amazing. And the only ones I'm accounting for right now at this point really are people who bought rooms, people who got rooms, and people who are, just kind of on the peripheral right there. I ain't getting ready to talk about the people that's just going to walk through the door that we don't even know that's on that roster that's going to walk through the door and pay as they go. This thing is going to be ridiculous. And I'm looking forward to it. It's going down. Where Willie at? He'll be on here in a second, y'all. He's a pretty punk. This is one of the things I like about people like Willie. He's pretty punctual and on his square. Let me check my phone and see where he at. He 2 minutes out, 3 minutes out. All right, Willie, we gonna fall out. Let me see what he got going on. I ain't gonna hold it against him, but I'm one of those punctual folks. Let me see. Let's go. Here, I'm gonna put let's go in there, y'all. If you down at the harbor and you on here and you see Willie, you tap him on shoulder at Brian Forbes and get your tail on the thing, you dig? Hey Mona right there. How you doing, Mona? So this thing is going to be literally one of the you know what? We call them what do we call them? The large sets or the large events. This right here is a super mega stepping event. I'm gonna take it to another level. Super mega is gonna be huge. This thing is gonna be off the chain. Hey, Patrice Robbins, Sherry Brown in the building. Listen, PB, I see you. If there's ever in the workshops, oh my God, if I can't even, y'all, if there is anything in this stepping game that you don't have, that you need to be in Chicago. It's going to be there. There are so many workshops. Now, I've had several people call me and ask me about the ticketing and how this whole thing works, because a lot of people, unfortunately, never had an opportunity to go. Recall Willie, tell him I said get his tail on here. Who have never had the opportunity to go to Stepaganza, for example, which was an event given by Irie Israel, the Cat in the Hat. And Stepaganza worked the same way. It's the same format. When you book your room, you get automatically 2 free passes for the entire weekend. That is the can't be free format. Book your room. The weekend passes come with it. Period. All inclusive. Everything there is. The workshops, the events, everything. Not the bus tour. The bus tour is extra. But if you've never done that, just be clear. Book your room. 2 free passes, all inclusive for the weekend. So you're not paying for the event. All you're paying for is your room. And the rooms, I'm not sure where they're at on the money with the rooms now. Mona, you on here, maybe put a little thing in there so we can, so I can get that information right quick. But last I checked, the rooms were 150. You can't beat that. 150 a night. And everything else is included. Come on now. Y'all know what it is. Now I'm gonna be there for an entire week. Sheila White says Stepaganza on steroids. Yes, that's exactly what this is. Steroids, nitrous oxide, nitrate. Hey, look, if you could put a booster in it, rockets, that's what it is. That's what this is gonna be. This is gonna be a fantastic, fantastic time. And I am looking so forward to it. Lisa Luckett in the building. What's up, lady? That's my homie right there. Hey, Darlinda. And Miss Darlinda Russell in the building. One of our tour guides, as a matter of fact, you guys. Darlinda is going to be doing the West Side tour. And we're going to, well, I said I wasn't going to talk about that part till Willie got on here, but he ain't on here yet, so we're going to keep having that conversation. Anyway, Darlinda is going to be one of your hosts on the tour. And she's going to give you some insight as to what the community was like on that part of town. Now, it's funny that because that topic comes up sometimes, and, you know, there's always us Southsiders and the West Siders, you know, we tend to have little battles now and then because, you know, usually when we talk about stepping, depending on what perspective we're coming from, we usually talk a lot about the South Side, but the West Side had its places and it had its things going on as well. Two of the places that I remember from the West Side was Brothers Palace and the Rose. Those were two places that I would frequent because I wasn't one of those, like I'll go to some smaller spots on the South Side, but I wouldn't hit too many of the small spots on the West Side, and that was just my thing, you know. Dennis Howard Hodges said $1,492 for 6 days. Pastor D, you hanging out for real, ain't you? Elder Lamar says, or suggest only having a tour guide if the first time. Yeah, that's also a great thing, Lamar. I agree with you. It does not hurt if you know somebody that you're good with in the city. And listen, y'all, I'm going to tell you like I always tell y'all, be sure to vet people before you start calling people your friend and all that kind of stuff, because we don't want to see nobody get caught up with somebody they ain't got no business hanging around and it turned into a problem. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just one of those things. I'm always, because I want to, as much as I love y'all, I also want to protect y'all. I don't want to see you get caught up in nothing. Make sure that you're dealing with people that you can trust, that are trustworthy. You dig? All right. Willie, you got your mic on, sir?
Can you hear me? Yes, it is.
Yeah, there he is. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Willie Chapman. You there? What's up, family?
My man, 100 grand. I'm standing tall. We here at the 95th Yacht Club. You know, we have to be out here promoting and doing the things that make it happen in Chicago for the Chicago Homecoming. Stepaganza in Chicago 2025, baby, and we ready.
Well, that sounds like it, man. Listen, so I was giving everybody a bit of an overview for what's going to happen in regard to the tour itself. Before we do that, though, I want to talk a little bit about you before we get into the details too much. So ahead. Willie, tell us what the Chatman Experience is, bro.
Well,
because it ain't just this. Tell us how you get down for real.
Well, you know it. Anything that Chatman Experience do, it has to be done with class. You know, we don't do the party bus, but we do sip and drink margaritas. Okay. You know, this started, you know, almost 40 years ago. My intervention with this started during the first Million Man March, when I only had one bus and realized, man, I let a lot of people down because there were a lot of grown men crying because they couldn't get on the bus. And I'm like, man, there's a need for this. There's a need for this. So the next one came around. I had 12 buses, plus I was over the committee for the Million Man March, and we know how big that was.
Right.
This event in Chicago, this coming August, Labor Day weekend, I'm comparing it to the Million Man march.
My man.
This attendance
Yes, sir.
is going to be off the chain. I'm trying to get the people from out of town to do the Steppers bus tours that the Chatmans will be doing.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like, Brian, the Chicago people are buying the tours up like they don't even live here.
Really?
I'm gonna have to shut it down. I'm gonna shut it down because I want the people from out of state to do this. This wasn't for
Man,
Chicago.
that's crazy.
I love Chicago.
That's crazy.
I have one bus already sold out after posting this three hours ago. Well, I didn't
my
post
God.
it. I just sent it to a few people.
Bruh,
but I want
really?
my out-of-town people to experience this. This is for them. They need the culture of
I
Chicago.
know. I was just saying that.
You don't have anything. It's just like black people going into foreign land, Asian foreign land, trying to tell them how to eat. No. You all come to Chicago, you're going to eat Chicago culture.
Oh, my God.
You're going to step Chicago culture.
Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. See, y'all tell my audience, y'all understand what I'm saying now? This thing is going to be so epic, man. It's going to be insane. I don't know how you top this. I think we said that about Steppaganza, but here we are.
Hey, Steppaganza in Chicago, it was great that they did Steppaganza in St. Louis. I mean, I loved it. You know, you and I and your family and my family, we all chopped it up together, brother.
That's
Beautiful
right.
thing.
That's right.
Some people say it should have been in Chicago. No, it shouldn't. It happened during the time that it should have happened.
Nah, that part right there. Everything is timing. I just talked about it on the show last week. Timing is everything, man.
When you put bread in the oven, it takes time for it to rise.
Yes,
if you don't have any yeast, it won't rise. It has the yeast now, brother.
Facts.
And the bread is about to rise.
Ooh-wee. You gotta love it, man. Listen, this is what I've been telling people. You know, the stepping game. See, we've been in our infancy for a while now. We're starting to grow up. The game is starting to grow up, man. We're starting to, you know, this thing is about to turn into something else. And that's why it's so important for us to continue to make sure that the culture is left intact in its proper, you know, perspective, and that people get this thing the way that it really is, and not all of these created narratives and all this BS that other people want to make up. That ain't what it is, man. We're going to show you what it is.
They don't have a clue. If you
That's
don't
right.
come to Chicago, you don't have a clue. Hey, I'm from Memphis. I'm from Memphis, but I've been here 40 years.
That's right.
And I wasn't raised in the game. I was born in the game. I'm a Chatman. DJ Sam Chatman.
That's right.
I couldn't help but to grow up.
That's right.
I couldn't help but to grow up in the culture.
Facts on facts, brother.
To grow up in the culture. And that's why.
Go ahead.
That's why I didn't want to do this. I did want to, but I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But after Sam called me and told me, you got to do it. Rudy Dutton called me. He said, you got to do it.
Hey, man.
Ron Ford's bringing people to Chicago for tours, but he's in his van and in his car. He can only accommodate the most 7 people. I got to do it.
That's right. Facts, man.
We got to do it, man.
Facts.
This is the culture. So we're going to be doing stepper tours. We're going to do a West Side stepper tour for the West Side, where all of the steppers clubs was up and down Madison, Brother Palace, the Keyman Club, the Rose, and we coming back to the South Side, and we're gonna do a South Side tour.
Right.
South Side tour. Where how can you come to Chicago and you not go by where the dungeon was? Some of these places, they might be torn down, but it's like going by to see someone that was buried. You pay homage to them.
That's right.
You pay homage to the ones who are gone after you.
Okay, so Willie, let's get into the details right quick, because I think everybody kind of got a real good idea how epic this is all going to be. So on Friday, August 29th, from 9 a.m. and 12:30 p.m., you got a tour.
Yes.
Okay. And then on Saturday, August 30th, from 1 at 8 a.m. and 1 at 11:30 a.m. Now, and it says experience Chicago like never before. Ride through the city of Chicago with some of the most legendary stepping connoisseurs as your guides. Now, you can pick on the flyer, you guys, for those of you in the audience. We'll be posting those flyers on my page. I believe there's some on my page. If it's not, there will be. And on the Inside Stepping page. And you can go on there. You've got two options. There are two of the thingy things, I can't think of the name of them, that you use your phone and you can choose which tour you want to go on. Now, it's $35 per person if paid by August 22nd, $40 per person after August 22nd. The bonus experience, you got the Chicago the Steppers Stone Cold Cookout. So add $15 per person round trip for transportation to and from the hotel, $10 one way. So even after the tours, you guys, if you want to go to the picnic on Sunday, you can also get one of the buses to take you there and bring you back for an extra fee.
Exactly.
Now, I'm not even going to go over this whole list of places because it's way too many. Y'all really don't understand how we step in Chicago. You got to read the list. The list is about 30 places strong at least.
And that's just
more
the
than
list, but the overall is probably about 100.
Yeah. But on the list, you're only gonna see about 40 of them, something like that. Now, you guys, the QR codes. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm having a brain fart here. Now, also, and when you want information, you guys are going to be contacting the producer lady. Her phone number is on the flyer. Poppy Forbes, her number is there, 678-857-1900. Or Coach Chapman, 773-817-2512, y'all. Now, let's get into the talent, right? So on this bus tour, you're going to have, number one, Willie Chatman. Number two, the man himself, the Godfather. Sam Chatman. Yes. Then you have number three, Miss Poppy Forbes. Number four,
that's my girl.
You have Miss Darlinda Russell. And I already know Darlinda is the West Side queen, so
she's a queen, brother.
Look, and you better not say that about the West Side. You're gonna have to fight her.
Don't you come nowhere else. I need you here.
You already know what that is. Number five, we got Taboo, the man, the myth, the legend. Number six, Mr. Josiah Burt, old school Joe himself. And number seven,
Josiah, the man in the middle.
The man in the middle.
The man in the middle.
That's right. And then on number 7, we got Mr. Stoney Jackson, y'all. All of these people are capable of giving you a complete rundown on the game. So they are going to be there. And then now, here's the most important part. Limited seating. Reserve your spot today. Real talk. Willie, you're going to have to add some more buses, man. You're going to have to add some more buses. Willie, what you talking to somebody? Hey, man, you're gonna have to add some more buses, Willie. You must be getting close to the music.
I know. You know, there have been several people calling me. They want me to do a Sunday morning, and then there's others who want to do a Sunday night so they can see Chicago skyline.
Oh, yeah.
The museum.
Oh, man. The planetarium, the aquarium, the skyline, the lake.
Chicago Bears Stadium, Chicago Bulls Stadium, Chicago White Sox Stadium,
Cubs.
The Magnificent Mile.
Yeah. The Bean.
The Robert Taylor Homes.
Yeah.
Cabrini Green.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a lot, bro. It's a lot.
Yes.
It's going to be straight fire. Straight fire.
Hey, you know, people saying, man, you sure it's $35. Yes, $35.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's not designed to make all of the money. Yeah, you don't want to come out in the hole, but you want to make things pleasant.
Right.
Chicago, we have to put on a great presentation for our out-of-town guests. You know, when out-of-town guests come to your house, what you do? You make sure everything is in order.
Look, you clean up. You clean up. You clean your house. We're going to clean the city up.
The bathroom.
Clean your tub.
You wash your windows.
Don't play. Yeah, you got to make it sparkle and shine.
And I live
That's right.
right down across from the McCormick place, but I still got a room and got a suite.
Okay.
So I'm so happy to have Poppy on with us. I mean, it took her a while to call me back. I was a little worried because I'm like, oh wow. My wife actually, she's the one who told me you probably should use Poppy. I'm like, Poppy? I didn't think about it. But she's always in the background watching Inside Steppin while I'm sitting at the desk listening to you all. But she's hearing
Facts.
Poppy in the background.
Yes.
And I'm like, that was a great strategy move. It's just like playing basketball. You know, you got to put your pieces in play. That's a great chess move.
That's right. That's right. Well, look, man.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Hey, Willie.
Yes.
I want to say this one thing. A lot of women that come by themselves will feel safe doing this tour. This is an awesome idea.
Yeah.
Very much.
And
Very much so.
People connect. This is where people connect. A bus tour, and I've been doing these tours for years. You know, I even have the CPS schools. I do the Black college tours for CPS. And for every Cincinnati Music Festival, Memphis in May, Washington, D.C. trips. This is
hey, look, we don't even want to talk about the Washington, D.C. trip.
Oh, not that one. Not
that trip. Hey, look.
You ought to do it, man. You ought to do it.
I'm gonna let the audience in on our little joke right quick. So you guys, last year, me and Willie was talking, and he said, "Hey, man, I think we should do a tour to Washington, D.C. for the inauguration, because you know Kamala gonna win." I was like, you know what? That's a great idea. Well, needless to say, that didn't happen. Anyway.
Oh boy,
that was a good one. We could have still did a tour, huh?
No. Do it. But Brian, I'm like, you know what? These people treat us wrong. I had a person, a Caucasian guy that called to disguise himself as a Republican, and the price was cheaper. I called,
wow.
And they recognized, you know, and my voice.
Your dialect.
Right, my dialect. That's what it was. And the price doubled.
You already know.
But I wasn't feeling it anyway after that because the fix was in.
That's right. That's right.
The fix was in.
Hell with them. Hey man, you over there by where they party, where they playing at?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Go over there. Go over there where Neville's at, man.
Okay.
Before we close out.
Okay, let me just give you a walkthrough, man.
Give us a walkthrough. Let the people see how they get down at the harbor, baby.
Oh man, we out here at the yacht club, man. This is epic, man. I mean,
yeah.
This is where the get down is.
Let them see it. Let the people see. Let the people see. Let the people know.
Yeah. Let me walk this thing through.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now this is every Tuesday during the summer.
The stepping music is off the chain. It's off the chain.
See, y'all, this is how we get down in Chicago in the summertime. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Inside Steppin, Brian Forbes, baby.
What's going on, man?
That's my man, 100 grand. Look who's in the house right here, Brian.
Hey, what's up, Mike? What's up, baby?
Mike.
What up, man?
Can you bring my suitcases next time?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna bring your. Hey, look. I sure want to get that great big suitcase. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it to you soon.
I know it's all in the way.
Hey, Mike paid my way in.
Appreciate it, man.
Mike paid my way in. All I had, although I didn't have to pay nothing to get in, I appreciate the rep. Mike had
my man right here. Yes,
yeah.
Sir.
Mike left his great big suitcase with me.
Hey, you got a little bit more time?
Yeah. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, he left his great big. He flew down here. They charged him an arm and a leg for that great big suitcase of his. He asked me to take it home till he come get it.
How you doing? Inside stepping.
How you doing? Say hello to the world.
You going on the West Side tour?
Uh-oh. West Side in the building.
Got to be there, baby. This is Inside Stepping with Brian Forbes and Poppy Moore. You hear that, Brian? Brian loves that day to keep his club, the road. Yeah.
You see how them West Siders act, y'all? Look, them West Siders, they be ready to fight the South Siders. Y'all gotta watch them now. Be careful. You get in trouble.
Bernice.
3 people just contacted me. They want to Zelle the cash after.
So tell them to go on the flyer and hit the QR code.
This is Bernice, ladies and gentlemen. This is the queen right here.
How you doing?
Hey, we have that Memphis connection, Brian.
Uh-oh. Watch out.
Today, but we did it.
Right. The sun gone down and everything, so it's great. Bernice will be at the homecoming also, and she'll probably be on the stepping tour.
I will.
All right. See them Chicagoans, they're going to hog up all the seats.
right. But I'm shutting it down, Brian. I'm shutting it down for a minute.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
We're getting inboxes as we speak, brother. They're ready to come through.
All right. If you need to read,
Is it hot there, Willie? Go over there to the DJ.
You give me so much pleasure.
There he is.
You give me good bad. Just thinking lots of good.
The music is a lot louder. The music is a lot louder in there.
Uh-huh. Are they regulating the crowd very much right now?
Inside stepping.
Trying to get off that camera.
Inside stepping.
How y'all doing? Hey, Willie.
They have like the best spot out here. It's not up close up on the music, but it's not far away.
I see. Hey, look here, man. Let's get ready to wrap it up. We're gonna get ready to wrap it up, bro.
Hollywood Frank want me to come over there by him. Now you know I gotta do Hollywood Frank. Put the yard line, Hollywood Frank.
Yeah. Hey, Willie, can you hear me?
Play your favorites, right? Hey.
They out there just chilling, Jack. Every single Tuesday, y'all, out at the harbor, the yacht club, they out there doing the doggone thing, y'all. Hey, man, what's happening, baby? Good to see you.
50-yard line himself. How long you been a bartender at the 50-yard line?
I've been at 50-yard line 33 years. I've been bartending for 60.
Wow.
Now.
Isn't that something?
That's right.
Yeah, hey, we got Tommy out here. Inside stepping, Tommy. What's up, my man? It's my man right here. This is where you go for Lils on Cottage Road. We have another name now. The Heat. All right, Brad. I know my lights gonna be turned off in a minute.
Okay, yeah, we gonna take off too, man. Listen, we're gonna finish up the details, Willie, and we're gonna get back at you, brother. I appreciate you coming through and giving us the game, man.
Man, I appreciate you, brother, and you and Poppy and the Inside Stepping family for inviting me on. Hey, this was epic. And the Stepper Gas in Chicago is gonna be great.
Yes, sir.
Gonna be great.
All right, baby. We're gonna holler at you, man.
Peace and love to all of you all.
Peace, fam.
See you all in Chicago. All right,
All right.
Poppy. All right.
Peace, man. All right, y'all. There it is. That is Mr. Willie Chapman, the Chatman Experience, y'all. Listen, the bus tour is going to be bananas. Y'all need to get ready for that. Right quick, for those of you who haven't had enough of Brian Forbes' Inside Steppin', you can catch up with DJ Be Real, yours truly. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go live here in just a few minutes on flyradio.com, FLYY.com. I'm going to go ahead and play my box tonight for a few hours. So in case you just want some of that good wind down music and you want to do the doggone thing, y'all can hang out with me for the next couple of hours. I'm going to play that good music, y'all. I'm telling you now. So you might as well. Look, she don't even want to hear it. Look, I'm about to play my box, y'all, in just a few minutes. This is a non-steppers radio evening. This is a get you something smooth to drink, kick back, relax, and get ready for your Wednesday kind of music. We're going to start switching over. We're going to be doing 2 days a week instead of one on flyradio.com. So go to the Fly Radio app or go to flyradio, FLYY.com, and check me out in just a few minutes here because I'm going to go live. With that, you guys, I want to reiterate some of the things that I said earlier. Y'all, let's do better by each other. Let's take care of one another. Let's act like we care, even sometimes when we don't. It doesn't hurt to give a person a smile, lend a hand, or give a kind ear. It just doesn't hurt. It can't hurt. Sometimes we got to get out our own way. William Owens, I see you, my brother. The collaboration is real, and give people grace. Give somebody else a little bit of grace. Sometimes that's all it takes. You could be the difference between life and death. You could be the difference between now and everlasting with a kind word. It ain't going to hurt you. Take a little time out and love on somebody next to you. About what? Oh, yeah. One last thing before we go. For all of my San Antonio, Cycle 1, Shine Entertainment, dance members, y'all's key word for next week's class, confidence. The word is confidence. So the rest of y'all, we'll tell you what that is later on. Anyway, in the meantime and in between time, look, love on somebody, y'all. Love on yourselves. When you make yourself better, you make everybody around you better. If you're in a circle and you're the smartest one in that circle, you need to change circles because we can all stand to learn a little bit more from everybody around us. Let's be smart. Let's show love. And I want everybody to have yourselves a great Tuesday night. Like I said, tune in, flyradio.com. I'm about to go live in just a few minutes, playing that good music for you, just in case you want to relax and chill and have yourself a wonderful night. Thank you, and I love you, and ain't nothing y'all can do about it. Views and opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of its host, Urban Arts Enterprises, its advertisers, or affiliates, and are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.